Anyway. Anyway. Good morning. Here we are. Uh, here? Where is here? What is here? Either way. What is your place in this world? No, what's that? There are There are some challenges ahead. There are some things to work on, some goals to accomplish, a future to aim towards, and whatnot. Also, why did that message stay there for so long? What happened? Yeah. Yes, window. I don't care about your stuff. Let me close your already. Windows. Defender. Discord. Uh, should have everything working. No? Yeah, okay. Here we are. Let me paste this thing over here actually. Shut up! There is probably lag. I haven't thinking about it. And there is going to be some random unavoidable lag actually. I have no explanation why. It's going to happen. Why? You might ask yourself. It's such a great question. No, it has to do with I feel like when I was early. Yeah, I was trying to say basically. What was I trying to say actually? Ah, yeah, that it might actually go down. Simply because it might lag, like not that it might lag. Actually, it might entirely explode, so to speak. It's something related to internet being strange today for me. Like it has been lagging without any given actual reason. Like it happens. I simply know it's happening, but I don't have a proper explanation in this case. Okay, I have been talking with a friend, supposedly. I'm saying, yeah, maybe, perhaps, the problem lies in our internet service provider today. Supposedly. I'm not entirely sure. Like, I don't want to entirely confirm that theory. It's not like they are going to be hearing this in any manner. Like, if I make any kind of a slander, they wouldn't really know about that, know it already. But it is not something that I want to entirely confirm. Like, oh no, you know what? The problem is this thing. It's over. I have no clue actually. We believe that it is that our entire city is suffering actually. It seems to be the case that our entire city is suffering from internet problems thanks to their but or okay, every single person who has their service, there are like I think 5 services at this point available. Yeah, 5. There is like a sixth one, but you need to be like in an incredibly specific area, like in the outskirts of the city to actually get to be there. So yeah, that one doesn't really count that much. So we only talk about 5, and there is like the major one, which is unavoidably besides the most famous one, the most economical one, I guess. That's why so many people also use it. But as a consequence, that also makes sometimes service itself to be very slow. Like, I don't know, in other places you might see that an issue like this might get solved within a day. Here it might take an entire week if there is something wrong, because they need to have enough people actually reporting on the problem to feel like doing anything about it. So yeah, this means therefore that if we are lucky today, not today, tomorrow or so, implying, once again, implying, like this is having implied, having assumed, having supposed that this was right, then yeah, we will be getting internet fixed, perhaps. Tomorrow is Friday. At the best, I don't think tomorrow. At the best, on Saturday, they don't work on Sundays. Welcome to Argentina on Sundays. We don't work. Oh no, yeah, it's because Christian. No, simply people don't like to work. Simply put, people hates working. So we utilize any possible reason to not do that. So yeah. Besides that, let me open the game. Actually, I haven't opened the game so far. I'm amazing. Why do I have this game here? Didn't I already move this somewhere else? Yeah, I should probably uninstall this game, no? Like, it will be a wise choice to uninstall this game from my disk if I already had it placed somewhere else. I don't need it. Also, I have, for some reason, I have the counter. No. I have the Spider-Man. Like, I think it is Spider-Man 1 from 2008 or so. Not the one with the meme of Spider-Man walking, but the older one, where you begin with the woman that guides you on the tutorial. I know that she uses like a blue dress. That's all I remember. Besides that, risk of rain. Do you want to open, bro? There. No, wait, because I don't have here desktop audio. I'm going to enjoy so much playing this yet again. Will we win any run? What a great question. 3 days in a row without winning even one run? No way. No way in God we don't win even one. How can that happen actually? But yeah. I have to believe that it isn't going to be the case, right? For sure we're going to at least win one. But well, let me before actually starting, I end up coming here a little bit later than expected, so yeah, stuff happened. So give me a second. I will actually take a before we begin. I will take my allotted 1 per hour allotted idle break. So yeah, give me a second. I will be back soon enough before the music ends, I guess. So yeah, see you in a century. Good evening, I'm back. I feel like I'm missing something. What? I get it, question. What it might actually be? We will ignore that sensation and play like nothing happens. So yeah, let me close some stuff actually before. Meanwhile, we can be here. Good evening. Welcome. We are back. It has been a long time since the last occasion that we were here. And today, we simply are going to continue trying to win. It sounds crazy to say it like that, but yeah, we are literally just trying to win somehow. It's harder than what it actually needs to be. I was thinking about it actually. I feel like there are some items that I should try to unlock to make it easier to actually win. It's unnecessarily hard like this because some things I am missing. I feel like I don't really know. We can try this. Logs stats. We're going to do it like this. We're at exactly 90 runs with this guy. I don't know how many I did before streaming out of this, but yeah. We're at exactly 90, so probably 20 runs. Implying if I don't win in 20 runs, in 20 more runs, wait, that means that the chef in its current state needs some other unlocks, and I will try to grind for them. I want to change the damage taken thing. That will probably make everything else a little bit easier, but I don't want to cheat like that. My ego cannot stay doing that. Even if to some degree nothing really changes in terms of, oh wow, you still get the reward and you still get all of the objective itself doesn't come from a place of, oh no, yeah, we have to win, based purely on the reality that doing so unlocks anything. It's just a wish, an internal desire, and there is no real necessity to take by the road of doing it with more or less damage taken. So it's simply from that aspect that, yeah, if I don't choose to change the damage taken, it's simply because I am less stubborn, by the way. But I don't know, I don't feel the right of doing it. I have a sensation. It's hard to some degree, but it's not entirely utterly difficult. There are some other parts that I'm missing anyways. And I don't know, there is always something else happening in the background. There is a little bit of practice, there is a little bit of realization in terms of, yeah, this would be much easier if I actually learned how to manage, how to myself stay in a constant state of flow, so to speak, you know? Which I haven't really managed to acquire so much, at least not in this game, not with this character particularly. I know how to minimally play, quote unquote, well enough. What's the name of the guy? The loader one. That's the only thing that I can play minimally well enough. Everything else is, perhaps we. Holy moly! 3 statues. We're going to take them. I guess I cannot really desire to not do it, man. I'm going to regret it probably, but I am high enough spirited right now to not feel bad, even if it fails. Probably I should actually wait a little bit. I should actually wait. Yeah, okay. We have a rare. We have a rare. This looks minimally good. This looks minimally well enough. We can believe on this run. We can have some faith, some degree of faith. It's actually doable. It's actually great to have that, to possess that degree, not entirely certainty, but more than anything else, trust in the process. I don't even remember. I should be checking again what the hit list actually does. Like, I should be playing. It's the wiki next to me, but you don't get it. It's so hard actually to read it. So one of the main limitations that I feel like is not a limitation, simply the annoyance that comes with trying to do it without the commodity of a second screen is that, yeah, all of those things and all of those observations would actually require so much more of a stop on all the things that we do and whatnot, and I don't really like that myself. I prefer when the flow isn't really that interrupted in terms of what's happening, and sadly, I myself don't really like the idea, oh, let's check the wiki, close this, change the scene. It's so not exactly, besides unavoidably to some degree being maybe, yes, somewhat of a hassle, also being so in itself difficult to actually do, and that's what I feel like is bad. So yeah, anyways, point is, we're going to be farming here for a little bit. Actually, this run is looking way too great. I am absolutely scared. I don't know why is it looking like this so far. I hate runs like this scare me actually. Why do we have 5 items, one of them being a red item already? And it isn't even minute 5. What's going on, man? Is this it? Is this the run? It's literally the first run of the day? No way. Don't get it. How to proceed now? How do you live? If you feel like you can accomplish your dreams, but if you know that also, in the process of trusting itself what you can accomplish, and getting comfortable with the realization that you might as well achieve what you want, how do you proceed forward? With an understandable enough degree of trusting the process on one hand, and in the other one, doubt enough to not get too comfortable to actually lose. How do you make it happen? If things are going to get even tougher from here onwards, how do we actually play this? Like, what's the proper strategy to go playing the receiver? A strategy like that. But well, I don't know. It's for now it doesn't look that well, at least, so I can rest assured because of that, I guess, yes. But man, it's not just tempting, it drives you to say that it's good even if you don't really know if it is, and it's that sort of a strange desire to say, yeah, we can sit back and relax, we can lay down, we can trust our senses, we can trust our feelings, we can trust all of those things, and it will lead to a good consequence, without truly knowing if that's going to be the case. But okay, 7 minutes of farming. We can probably start the very first boss, right? We can win this, right? I am going to feel so bad if I die. Okay, one more item never does any harm actually. Give me another one of these. Okay. We have 10 charges of extra damage also, so 11. Dear God, I beg you to let me win this time around. I don't. Let me. No. Let me get actually healing. Just in case, let me get some healing. I am going to regret not having gotten that item and that being the key that makes all of this possible later on. And this one. Okay. 2 rare items! What? What are we talking about? Ay. Great, okay. I didn't actually mean to get this item by the way, but Frenzied Wandering Vagrant. I think this one isn't that bad actually, also, so this might be a good chance to win. Just like might actually be much more doable than what I expected myself. Yeah, implying like quite a lot. But we will see. We have yet to actually define if that is truly the case or if our confidence is just slowly eating away at me and I'm laying back because I want to get done with something that might as well require much more time, much more patience, might demand far more things from it than what I am willing to give it. Okay, I am there. I am entirely there. No? Do you know how hard it is to actually get such a good beginning run? Do you... But our confidence is always far more distractful than any semblance of rational trust in the process. Our confidence is what rips apart and makes the human reach for far more than what they can ever truly have in their hands. It is that insidious killer which destroys with its mere presence to such a degree that everything else is so much more diminished once you accept that in your life that it's the slow process. This has all been metaphorical. This entire thing has been a huge metaphor for, indeed, taking it actually slowly. Being capable of progressing at a good enough pace instead of deciding to rush ahead and sacrifice everything for the sake of something that might never be guaranteed. Also, sorry for hitting the mic. It wasn't really the mic, it was more like the microphone cable, but I also know I am actually quite badly positioned to a better one. It was so close to the keyboard because I didn't really get it that high. Like, one of the great benefits of having the capacity to set up yourself everything is to be capable also, therefore, of setting things up in a way in which you can remain in a properly upstanding position. And this is important for me, particularly because if I don't do that, the cable of the microphone is literally touching my keyboard, and if that's happening, that's gonna be a problem for you, because you are going to hear me hit the cable. So it's like a good way to force me to actually have that be implemented, quote unquote. But anyways. Also, how do you even gain damage in this game if you don't have more than just the... what is it? The... currently... the hit list, and what else? The crowbar, for example, only increases your damage in relationship to how much health remaining the enemies have. Like, perhaps you can have a great enough first hit, but it doesn't insta-kill the enemy itself. You once again only have a good first hit, and that doesn't like the final boss, you cannot really just went up and be done. You have to, besides the first hit, try to have more tools to keep on chipping away at it, whatnot. So I don't know. I feel like this is hard to actually accomplish. I don't know how to keep on scaling the damage, even more particularly for the, I don't know their name, but the enemies that appear in this highest difficulty, the ones that are entirely pitch black, modified to be like that seem to have like far more resistances and whatnot. I want to activate the teleporter now. Not yet, I am not ready. I only have 2 powers, man. It's not really that much of a challenge, like, okay, we can do this. We can activate this, and if it isn't something that great, yeah, it isn't something that important, so it's better to fight this than to not fight anything, simply because this one is simple enough compared to any other far more difficult to kill boss. Doable. And even if we lose, even if we don't win, it's better to go through this than to keep on overextending the stay of a bad beginning of a run. I wouldn't say a bad run itself. At this point, I still have to believe that the problem. Oh my god! What hit me? What hit me, brother? What was the thing that hit me? Anyways. I was saying, yeah, I don't think that so much the problem lies in the beginning of the run, determining the entire run itself as something bad, but rather the beginning of the run can be bad, and that can complicate things a little bit, increase the difficulty a little bit more, but in the end, at some point, I feel like unavoidably, it's almost a guarantee that things go well enough. The only issue is keeping up the pace, I feel like, also, so. No, wait. I want to see. Perhaps this can work out better if one can just keep themselves relaxed, calm, collected, cool. But yeah, it's the beginning of the run doesn't really make the run itself good or right. It's just what's the meme? Not exactly a meme. It's more like a joke that was on one specific movie, not a meme. A meme is something that I guess most people can identify as such. But yeah, there was this movie that had this joke. I don't remember the name of this movie. That's why I'm over-explaining it like this. I know I watched it, but I don't have 100% certainty on what the name of it is on Spanish, so much less I will try to say it on English. Translate whichever thing I remember it is into English, because more so there is always something funny that happens with movies and the translations and whatnot, and that is the whole characteristic of, doesn't matter what the title is on English 90% of the time, because the translation is going to be entirely different. And it's not even about the, yeah, because I'm from Latin America and here we tend to translate things far more differently. No, sadly, that seems to be the case in any given country, that yeah, you are going to have an absolutely random given name for the translation of the movie title to other languages, so yeah, it's whatever. But my point is, yeah, this movie, the notion that I was trying to go for is, instead of that, there is something funny that happens, that is the main character. That is what makes a book good or bad, are the very first 5 pages and the very last 5 pages. So only by reading that you can guess if the story is gonna be great or bad, to the point to which, not in a simple manner, but rather to the point to which, even if it has like 1,000 or so pages, you have already been given enough contextual information to guess, to know, to identify if what you have in your hands is worth reading in that case. So yeah, I guess I'm giving it the same treatment as that, even if unintentionally, that, no, the beginning of the run is not that great. That makes this run entirely bad. No, I guess no, really not, but I don't know, something out the human spirit and the desire to find any possible plausible reason to abandon your hopes and give up on what you are trying, even if you believe that you have some desire, some intention, some good will towards the thing that you are going for. The reality of putting so much into it and still not being capable of achieving the greatness that should be almost guaranteed comes with such a loss that one has to find as many tools to actually get rid of the possibility of attaching oneself to what in the end is still, what the fuck is this? An unwinnable run. So yeah, I prefer to believe that there might be conditions that actually make this not work at all. Even if there is actually nothing of that sort existing right now. Also, I have a good idea. What happens? I want to route that item actually. Q. Okay, no. I know that it would have been way too broken if the game allowed you to have a refresh the cooldown of your main skill simply because you chose a different similar skill, like the same skill from a different skill box. So yeah, makes sense. But we're here to test, so also generally I don't actually understand that whole mechanic of, since I never really used that much, taking into consideration that we are here for so long, that we are going to be trying this so much, perhaps I should be trying to understand as many mechanics as I can to be capable of increasing our odds, but yeah, my point is, I don't really know. I have a sensation, like I feel like perhaps it does have a little bit to do what you get inside of those boxes with also not what you get inside of them, but rather the multiple skills and how you can utilize them after getting, at least for the very first time, them on those boxes particularly. Like the skills seem to stay between the same skill even if they are from different boxes. They reasonably enough share cooldowns, but from different skills do not seem to do so. Do not seem to, I am not entirely sure about that. Okay, perhaps the run is over? I don't want to say it entirely convinced of it, like, I'm not looking forward to that, but yeah, since this game is so problematic, I am not so sure. At least, to me, it always gives me a headache when trying to fight him, so. Okay. You wanna come over here? Am I not healing for some reason? Why? Okay, this looks so great actually. Somehow I won against the very first, like, perhaps No, I think... Can you not kill me? Against 31st, at least for me, almost always, hardest was I1. So that's great enough. But I still have to actually win against 30. So. Ah! No, I do have healing. I thought I didn't have healing. Why did I not get healed then? At that point, huh? What happened? What was going on? Give me natural rates and less. I am into that. It can happen. It can very much happen. It's all right. I think, yeah, this is like the first item always to get. The first red one to move for. Okay. I don't want to trust anything here, man. I want to say that this looks very down. But how much nicer can things be if we actually were to believe? How much more amazing it will all get to feel. Okay, we have at least. I have the first 3 items I sent before. I think I should always get this. 4th, I guess? To some degree, it's good enough to deserve to be a 4th item, yeah. The other thing that I do try to prioritize always is the... What is it? Okay. Super, this is actually looking right enough. The golden gun? I don't even remember. No, it's actually... I was gonna say remember, I don't even know it. I never learned it. I know it is a golden gun, but whatever it is, a golden deagle, assuming like it looks like a golden deagle, who knows what it is actually. But yeah, take into consideration that I need to survive, not to do so much damage. Probably getting more mobility is better. Also, isn't there like an item that gives you something along the lines of increased movement speed while you are in the air or something like that? Or am I going crazy? Perhaps I am. I won't entirely dismiss that possibility. This is the... okay, that's the special mode. Ah, yeah. I don't know, man. It looks so... so strange. Also, I should very much be absolutely worried about this particular stage, because this is the point in which, or after here rather, there it finally happens, the wonderful instant of, you thought you were doing good enough. Now, time to confront the overpowered, entirely overpowered enemies. So, yeah. Jingle, you missed. This. Oh my god! How much I hate him. You know what? I'm not going to stay down there and probably kill myself by doing so. Goodbye. Have a very great day. Also, I don't know, I feel like, yeah, I still have so much to actually figure out. I don't know what's a proper next item after all of this. Like, thinking too much about it. I am not living in the present, I am living more in the future. I find myself lost in the fears of things that might be, what might happen, what needs to be, what needs to go, what needs to, after this thing, this other thing has to exist, and all these constants and stories and whatnot. It doesn't matter as much. What's more important is to have the capacity to remain calm enough to not... The future has yet to come to that degree of relevance. But in the assumption that all of it is already present. The person gets to make of their present self so much of a distraction, so much of a modification, simply based on the given chance to make it look like it truly is all that more influential when it truly isn't. In this case, we're good enough. Also, yeah. Bring out the space and everything else, but not this. This is good. This is good enough as it is. Whatever it is, it's good enough. So we shall take as long as we need to win right away. No item? Yes. I knew it. I knew you wanted to drop me an item. Give me... Okay. We have everything supposedly. I don't know, man, I don't know. Life is overwhelming, so many things, always being out to happen, so much to look forward to, so many possibilities, so much to care for, so... You cannot imagine how necessary it is to worry. The decision to make it all look like a much less relevant, far less relevant thing is also counterproductive. The destitution, the abandonment of that necessary worry is what brings in that relaxation that consumes all the hopes of the person, that consumes their very essence, their very being, with the dreams of greatness that they cannot ever actually obtain. But it is in that realization that the person remains safe, because you cannot get to deal with that if you don't ever come to the conclusion that, yeah, this isn't looking as great. The pleasure of believing that this is good as it is right now is stronger than the necessity to look at the future and say, no, I need to worry, I need to have at least an ounce of worry within me. I need to be reasonable and not get complacent with what I have. It won't be enough. It won't do its job. Even if it looks minimally well, it won't be sufficient. I need to keep on looking out there and asking myself, what else can I improve on? I cannot sit here calmly and talk out things as if nothing was going on. It's not the case. That's not what we are dealing with today. So, how to truly believe that this is fine because of that? But well, also I have no clue what to actually get from normal items at this point. I have so many normal items, I wasn't expecting to get that many. What are you? Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you so much for that. I was just starting to worry that it was going to be yet another normal item, but thank God it wasn't. I was amazing! What a beautiful encounter! Exactly what I was needing, actually. Oh my god. I hate these looks, actually. Do I? I don't think so. I feel like it isn't that bad. I just hate the pressure that it puts on me to know that I have to fight it. Or else I will die. It's the realization that this world is trusting me with far more than what I can actually deal with. So that brings me down. I want trust, but not like that. I want I want the world to believe on me, but not with that degree of trust. I don't want to truly be someone who the world looks at with hope. I cannot handle that much responsibility. I am barely able of existing by myself. How can I deal with all of that too now? How can I keep moving forward knowing that there are hopes resting on my shoulders? How can I be happy knowing that I might not be doing? You see, not doing enough. That's the problem. There is never enough to do. I can believe that I can survive hours. I cannot. I am not capable. I don't have it on me. I cannot do it today. Your decision to say that I am capable of is incapacitating. It's debilitating. It's robbing me out of my freedom. You impose on me on the moment in which you trust the weight of the need to act. I must try to act based on your hopes, on your said expectations, on your that smile of yours that seems to contain some sort of illusion that I can do something better than what you could ever imagine, and cannot. But a lowly human being myself, barely exist. I truly look forward to anything. No, it cannot happen. That cannot be the case. Cannot let that cure here. Never could, and now you want me to do it. I am overwhelmed by all of this. I am demolished by that smile, that condemning look that you have in the face. It's death in itself. Trying to move the person forward, but there is nothing to do sometimes but to accept that all that was capable of being done has already been performed, and even so, it remains almost unavoidable still. There is another factor to consider. The person cannot grasp any of those yet. The person remains unable to dream that much, to go for that much, to look out there with such light in their eyes. This world slowly consumes all that it creates. Maybe if conditions were different, it could have been possible to say that a little bit of trust would have been enough, but they almost never are. The person better decides to trust that because they weren't, it wasn't meant to happen, therefore what? You don't get it. It's so hard to actually say that it is fine. It's so difficult to look forward and say that because they aren't allowed all of those things, it is okay to still remain. It's the weight of existence in a manner that almost never gets mentioned. And it's understandable, it's difficult to do that, it's soul-crushing to admit that yes, so many of those hopes are also so difficult to properly approach. You know what, actually I am going to get another 56 lived clover or something like that. We are early enough to the point to which it actually is great. Rather than any other thing. And if you give me another green item, I'm probably getting it. Just to increase the odds, actually. I think probably to some degree it's actually like an incredibly important addition to have the whole 56 lift globes to be capable of ensuring that, like, yeah, enough enemies seem to be dropping that. Like, for example, assuming I have never seen the numbers that this imposes is actually that. If it was something like 1 out of every 50 enemies, just to have like 5 of these clovers would increase the odds sufficiently enough to make it far more doable, far more achievable. The dream of winning such. So yeah. Let me bring you over here. Now, problem is I have to also bring you over here. There we go. But yeah, okay, at least, okay, I'm slowly starting to get the hang of things. I am not crazy. I'm not crazy enough. There are actually some things that slowly start to make some sense. There is at least a handful of things that seem to fall into place. The more I try, the less I allow the anger to take a control of me, the less I permit myself to it. My eyes clouded by the desire to say that this isn't enough, that this isn't good. The more I can see many more things being still improbable, and in doing so, it is that the realization leads to an slow, progressive enough increasing survivability itself, which is what we have been eternally looking towards. The person of the survival machine, by definition. Also, can I get some drops? Like, I like how the clovers seem to not be doing anything, or the worst reality is, if it wasn't for the clothes, I would have gotten almost nothing else otherwise. But, oh well, such is life, I guess. You wanna come? Okay, through. And now, dude. Okay, I could tank that, actually. And he wants to have to come over here. He wants to. There we go. Good enough. Also, I need still to take the lifesteal item with me. I am, at this point, I am only trying to farm for that, or I guess I will have to get the life written one. The life written out of combat one. The problem is, it's like one of the most meaningless items to get if the conditions are bad enough, in terms of, oh yeah, if I get forced on me an overloading boss, almost of any kind, I am most probably going to not have the possibility of even using that item in itself. Like, it's a meaningless passive, simply because what gets forced on me is an enemy that will almost every single time hit me. Almost. But better to try to have it exist at least, and to say that I didn't get it simply because oh no. You rationalize yourself out of something that could have been so useful for you. You decided to abandon something that was going to change your very existence. Okay, brother, you're so right. There we go. I got it. Are you happy? Overloading magma worm. Ah, how did I know that? Ay, ay, ay. And also, yeah, I have no actual lifesteal item, so I am quite screwed. No! Okay, it's close enough to being there, to which... No, no! I beg you, don't hit me anymore. No! life is but a set of challenges to continuously be facing. All the things that you ever tried to accomplish always had into a component of friction, a component of difficulty. And it's fine, it's necessary to be willing to actually do that. It's entirely impossible to ever achieve anything if you're not going to sit down and accept that you will have to keep on trying until it finally succeeds in the way in which you're hoping it does. It's all good, it's all good. But yeah, it's part of the process. And there is what's the other lesson to stop thinking about what was, but didn't get to be even more. It's the weight of life itself. It's always so much of the something that is to some degree real, correct in the way in which we talk about it simply, no? But also dangerous to actually contemplate all the time. All the lessons that the past has in store for us. Simply because the problem that arises thanks to that is that, and you know what? Sometimes you believe that you have the right to talk out this very same past and all the things that it had to offer, as if it truly was going to change anything. There is no lesson to gain, but rather the observation, the comparison, the mere process of dwelling on all of what was that makes you feel entitled to the possibility of saying, yeah, things didn't go my way. Only if I made all these changes. Next time I might not need to do it. But I can remain with the suffering, with the penance of knowing that I just did not have all those modifications that could have allowed us to have a different outcome. All of what transpired could have gone in a different direction, and unavoidably it didn't. But if I think about all the other things that I could have done, perhaps my life improves somehow. And it's hard to say goodbye to all of that. It's part of progress itself sometimes, to be capable of recognizing the mistakes. But as much as it also is filled with so many other layers of... But that doesn't really change what you got in the end. Are you truly taking it in a positive light? Are you getting something out of your realization, or are you just torturing yourself with that? And we always act in a good manner, or at least we want to say so. It's hard to think that when I look back and I wish for things to be different, I am just punishing myself in a way which it is unhealthy even. So, yeah, it's also about that, simply trying to get rid of that very same. The current run cannot be won, even if all the right things are in order, are in place for us to get that possibility. If what could allow that to happen, what could let us enjoy victory, wasn't permitted to happen, simply because the weight of believing that, but I could have done all these other things, what's more important, and it's hard to accept that. It's, once again, most of what we have lies on those realizations anyways. Most of life depends on the belief that, yeah, I have to analyze all these mistakes, all these errors that I created, generated, faced. That will for sure make things right. Okay, wait a second. Since this is a good enough run, Q. No, I don't have different cooldowns. Understandable. I thought I actually did. Also, I'm not actually trying to kill myself. I died there simply because I got too focused on getting the active item. But, okay. I was then, at least we get to know that I was wrong before. There is no other way to get, like, yeah, there are no ways to it. Multiple items, multiple active items, and their cooldowns not be interconnected. They are all related to one another, so I think the only problem is perhaps the whole reality of I think some items like have a much lower cooldown, some others don't even remotely have such a high cooldown, so who knows? Perhaps I am making it up also. I don't really use that many active items anyways. I am not an active item user also. What do I know? Okay, here we have the exit. It looks good. As good as it can, but the problem is also it's still too hard to actually say that it's good enough in terms of, sadly, it relies entirely on the boss that appears. Thanks to this being a good one and not one of the many insta-kill bosses, or almost only in god runs survivable bosses, let's say. So yeah, who knows? But well, well. I wanted to hope for more. I wanted to say that I can look out there and have that light in my eyes once and so. We need to do this. One cannot regain what they lost simply by being. The journey of rediscovery always necessitates the realization, even if for a slight second, that realization that lets the person see at some point that, yeah, something was indeed lost. So, I know it's good, it's whatever. We have this and it's good enough, it's good, great enough. With the try time and time again, and it can be sufficient. One just needs to accept it as such. Sometimes all the given things are magnificent enough already. But to admit that they are is to also admit that the mundane magnificency of reality is truly sufficient for our existence itself. And the desire to not have that be, to not have that happen to one, can very much overload the balance in a light in which now it needs to look like it truly is near something else, something different, something more, something quote unquote better, and that can sometimes not be the case at all. But to contend with the reality in a proper way, it's hardest of things, to accept the reality for what it is and not wish for even more or wish for even greater things. Is the eternal struggle. We're always out there, we're always not out there, quite on the contrary, inside of our own very world, our own very mind, and thinking out all that could be, perhaps, that could make the present better, the future better. Even in itself, what could have made the past greater too. There is always something to compare, something to say that could have been improved. The satisfaction is the normal mode of existence, and to get rid of that is difficult. Not entirely, not at all actually undoable, but difficult enough to believe that I might as well not need to embark on this journey to get it to be reduced, get it to be eliminated. It's not my problem. It's what we all have and what we all possess and accept and let be so. Why should I be working on eliminating that? Isn't that what lets us remain even appear even more interested in the very future that lies in front of us? Aren't I doing something right when I do not settle down for what I am being offered? Isn't that my greatest strength? Perhaps not, but who am I to realize that? How could I believe that I ever would need to realize that to begin with? But also, because I was so fucking lost in what I was saying, I missed entirely getting the actual good item that I needed. Happen. I already expressed that, like, through the whole rambling that I haven't done, so yeah, it can happen. It's good enough. Even if it isn't exactly the item that I require, holy shit. It's good enough, so yeah. Also, I didn't even die, I didn't start the game. Amazing. I have, how many items? 6? 8 items, basically. I am pretty sure I can actually try to get rid of the walls at this point. Yeah, we are on time to actually go there and try it. So perhaps it's time to go ahead and challenge that final door to eternity, that last gate that separates us from what is the achievement that we have always wished for and the dream that we have never been capable of deciphering. I don't have any regeneration items. I am scared. It's 3 bosses, man. Can I really win against 3 bosses? Isn't there something to try to get at least, like something, you know? I cannot get anything out of these things, actually. Boss time. Perhaps with this, we can do something. It's 7 entire seconds. It's 7 entire seconds. No way. I cannot deal anything with this. I want, okay. Just to be safe, I want 1 healing item. Any one but 1. It's... Oh yeah, sometimes braveness is beautiful, but sometimes the world that lacks so much of it is willing to call braveness what is in itself stupidity in its most basic form. Not all challenges to the void are significant in themselves. Some dice. Okay, yes. Great enough. Great enough for me. Amazing enough for me. We will see. But yeah, I was saying. Sometimes the willingness with which we talk out. Yeah. This person has confronted something with such a strong face, with such a resilient look on their eyes. Doesn't truly come from a place of appreciation, but rather, my god! Oh my god! The only bosses with which I can easily win. No way! No way! No way! Life is so great! Yes! Okay, okay, this could be the run. This could be it. This has all the properties to it, actually. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe enough, actually. Yeah. You can't. It's so if it finally happens, if it finally gets to it the case, enough to be content with. That's the problem. We give up too easily. You never know. Not about gambling. Not about. Yeah, keep pulling the lever. Next time, perhaps you have luck. No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the simple factor of sometimes it truly lies on the next attempt. It truly lies on the next one. You just need to push a little bit further, and that's when you find out that finally happened. Even so, like I have good enough items. I don't have something magnificent in itself, like wow. I put 3 bosses. I got out of it almost nothing of significance. Like wow, this will make the run much easier. Like I don't know, any boss item, any. Okay, I had to look in for a second, sorry. No boss item, no red item either. How rate it is actually. No. That's negativity. That's negativity. No. We're not going to do that. It's actually a rate. It was actually a rate encounter, and even if all the rewards weren't as magnificent as one would have wanted to have in their hands, sometimes it's also out the humbleness of I get to have this much, and I get to do whatever I can with this much, not much else. So it doesn't matter at all what it really is. What matters is that it's mine. Also, I'm going to probably die. Yes. But also there is something to be said about that whole encounter there. Can work out well enough. I didn't take into consideration any other extra active items. I think it can be a minimally working enough strategy to get a stopwatch after or for every single boss encounter, because otherwise they are way too fucking hard. Some of them are almost guaranteed deaths as always. So yeah, better to have a stopwatch and use it than not have it and suffer because of that unnecessary decision, so yeah. Yeah. But well, looks great enough, so nothing to be actually angry about. Yeah, so far, I guess it's all about the mentality, as they always say. So much to learn when you're willing to pay attention to what's happening. How many times do you actually lose the first encounter without any lesson to be learned, without any message to be earned, without any nothing? Only angry, only moved by those sentiments that arise, that feel great in themselves. Human sensations are so amazing, but mean so little. They do so much nothing. Sometimes those sensations get called useful, but what's the actual usefulness of just fueling almost an addiction? Or maybe entirely one. Maybe. The desire to remain angry is still such a problem to properly discuss. A world that isn't really ready to talk about any of those things. A reality that acts like that is fine when we all have the capacity to agree that it is so dangerous to actually be so permissive with all of it. So willing to say, yeah, it's good. You have some anger within you, express it, brother, go ahead. Sometimes we know that it isn't really what has to happen, but we are incapable of talking about most of these things anyway, so we pay the price. We always do. Also, there is no item that increases like the spawn rate. That will be actually great, because the elites have one problem, that is they spawn way too few. They have like this strange wave system. It's not exactly waves, because it feels like it is quite random, but it also is waves in a way that you're like, how much time has passed already? 10? Okay, almost like 10 seconds since the last wave of enemies and this one? Or 15. I am pretty sure it was more along the lines of 15, but yeah. Those strange waves that the game uses to dictate how many do spawn or how many do not and what not. To the point to which the pace itself is so slowed down. It will actually be. I am amazed by that. The game has so many game rules, but none of them is about increasing the spawn rate. Like, let's say enemies spawn 10% faster. 10, 25, 50, 100% faster. It will be great. Because here, if I need to farm, for example. What do? I just have to wait necessarily sometimes. But it's so dangerous to fight so many enemies all at once. Indeed, but aren't I willing to take on the challenge? Aren't I doing so? Isn't that an active, conscious choice of mine? If I die because I got overwhelmed by what I put in front of me, isn't it my responsibility to let that be and nothing else? Do we truly care that much about the decisions that the person takes to say, no, yeah, it's so dangerous? They don't require that. What? Since when? Since when does that actually matter to that degree? Since when are we that involved in the world, in the lives of others? To make it look like, no, it's bad, you have to be willing to not let that happen, not let that go on. You have to say something. Cannot let the person act in accordance with those desires. It's dangerous, it's bad, it can be negative. No. No, what? No. It doesn't happen like that. Simply because it's not the case. Not because it couldn't, but simply because we don't act along those lines. I don't really mind that much what other people do around me. Why will I say now that I do? Why am I even trying to lie? Then, if I have to, let me destroy myself, trying to see if I can survive or not this. Let me attempt at the very least. Don't make me suffer like that. Don't force me to your some conditions. Maybe I am more capable than what we can ever expect. Maybe what you call a challenge is for me far more enjoyable than any real thing to struggle against. Also, I don't know, I try to not actually get irritated, but this has been 7 minutes of also farming in this map, and while in others I have gotten like God knows how many items, here I have gotten so far 3 items. And all of them are basic items. I mean, I can entirely accept if you give me like, perhaps, even if it is just the, what is it? The coffee, not coffee, what the fuck are you talking about? The hit list, a red item. I'm entirely happy. I can farm for 7 minutes that hit list and be completely fulfilled by doing so. But here, what did I actually get? Nothing? Like, yeah, basic items. How many odds do you think they actually give me against a boss? How much do you think it actually changes anything to have these items compared to, I don't know, nothing? If it was against great items, yeah, unavoidably, this is once again almost as nothing, but here compared to what? To, I don't know, I guess, sorry. We're going to try probably overloading. I'm dead actually. I don't think I have a passive item, so yeah. We're most certainly dead. You might be wondering how do I know that? Don't ask me. I cannot tell you. No, yeah, I can. It is way too much for a broken boss. I wish it didn't actually hit me that much, but I don't know, I think on a order it's quite unfair. No, okay, I guess I am slowly learning how to fight that guy. Great enough. Now I have clean power. Wow! The fuck was that? An enemy that spawned on top of me and almost instantaneously hit me? Amazing. You don't see that every single day. Nah, it's a lie. You see it almost every single run. It's a lie, it's entirely a lie. Also, eating with the raids. How many cages did I get out of clearing the portal to Shasta 2? And one was an active item, which I will have to replace later on. The other one was a basic tier item. Wow! Aren't you happy? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, something about what I said before. The whole concept of, you cannot judge a book by its cover, by its very first 5 pages. You cannot decide an entire history based just on that. You don't have the right to do that. So true, Umphy. But also, if the very first 5 pages are some of the most depressing things that I have ever read in my entire life. Can I actually say that the book is going to be great? Is my impression so far anything about something greater? I am pretty sure what I am seeing so far is negative. I cannot tell you that it is going to look over so much more graciously. What? This looks entirely horrible, actually. But who knows? Maybe. We have to believe that I am crazy. Yeah, I am on the second stage with how many items? 6 items. All of them basic tier. Can happen. Don't you love to be given nothing? Don't you want a challenge? Don't you play things for the love of the game? Then here you go. Here you are gifted nothingness itself. You see how much you can actually last against that in front of the very same nothingness that you said you appreciated so much. It is a reality, that thing which tests how much you are willing to lie for the sake of what? For the sake of keeping yourself safe. So yeah, if the lie was to say that we could survive even if we had nothing in our hands, time to prove it actually. If that wasn't a lie, then it's great enough as it is, isn't it? Oh my god. Okay. Also, I have to actually stop hitting the microphone cable. Excuse me? So much I am. Hand movements comes just as a consequence of me being nervous from the current run, nothing else. I'm struggling to stay convinced that it is worth continuing this at all, but it's the second time actually that I lose much greater runs, so maybe sometimes misery, even if it doesn't look all that amazing, it is sufficient enough to give the person an opportunity. Even if it isn't the highest, most shining of odds, it is enough to actually try. So what matters is doing what we can with what we have, not looking out there and saying, yeah, but somebody got so many more items, somebody got so many more things to try to do, to use to whatnot. Doesn't matter. We have these things, and even if they are simple enough, they can be great enough also. In simplicity, there is a degree of pleasure to encounter also, you know? So, how have I not died yet? It's like the game trying to also prove, yeah, you said you needed something amazing? Let's see how much that is the case actually. So grateful for your humbling lesson, my brother. I stand here with my eyes having been opened now. I always had the power within me. There was no need for anything else. So real for that. I'm entirely convinced. Just kill me, man. Go ahead, just kill me. Make it stop. Anyways, yeah, no, good enough run, but I cannot do magic. I am minimally good. You saw that. I am minimally good, but I cannot move my wand and make more items appear or whatever. I don't have that capacity. Yeah, I did what I could, but yeah, what a run! What an exemplar run! Anyways, I guess I'm going to take a tiny second, simply because I have been drinking way too much water today, so yeah, I will need to BRB, basically. But no, I feel like I said something when I was beginning, something about the whole aspect of perhaps you can try in some way or another to have some sort of. Let me do this here for a second. We have the music in the background, but it's good enough. I thought about getting more unlocks. At the very beginning, I said, perhaps we can go for unlocks. I don't actually know at this point. Perhaps we don't really need them. Perhaps, because in the end, it does feel like it's actually quite achievable, even with this handful of things. So yeah, perhaps it also lies on believing that it can go well. I, yeah, what I said of getting to consume, to realize enough lessons about what's happening right now, getting to improve based on the desire to do so, not on the willingness to look forward to even more unattainable things. So yeah, give me a second. I will be back in a bit, and after that, I guess we're going to keep trying. There is not much else to do. At some point, it's going to work out. I tell myself. It's not that I tell myself. I do believe that it is going to work out. I don't think it is that crazy to say, yeah, it's going to work out. But I know it just looks so crazy to see that it doesn't. So yeah. Anyways, give me a second. Yeah, we'll be back. Meanwhile, we have the music of the game and the speeder in the background also doing. So yeah, and so both of those. See you in like how much? 2 minutes. What? What am I not showing? I'm trying to look at the wrong screen. What are you saying? I was on a BRB. I'm looking at the, what is it? It's the items. I had a tiny realization. Entiendo unavoidably. I guess having a plan is like 10 times better than having no plan at all, so probably that's what's making the runs work. So I'm trying to find out what else I should be trying to avoid. There are too many options. I get absolutely overwhelmed when I see that. But perhaps that's what works best. Also, what is a snare? I'm trying to look at the wiki, basic. Snared enemies cannot move, but they can attack, and there is stun now. So, is that meaningful? I don't think so. When hit, drop spikes, no. Climbing, no. Heal. Move construct. That seems like a good item, actually, like. There are so many things to it, like. Also, wait. Tough times. What does armor do? I love armor. What is the stat armor? Can you tell me what is armor? Wiki? Armor. Search for pages containing armor. There is... there is no description of what is armor, actually. Don't you love that? Great! Thank you so much. I have no clue what I'm looking for then, I guess. Artifact of command. Oh? Excuse me? What? The artifact of command turns all items. What? Where they are listed? What? Reduce enemy armor on hit. Ah! There is an item that does that. I guess. Wait. Isn't that amazing? I don't know which one it is. The intermission screen is voluntary. Yeah. I am. I can show you this. I am looking at. Where is the? I made a scene. Where is my scene? I made a scene that was like literally for stuff like this. What happened? Did I close it or something? Did I? It's not saved. Ah, wait. I have it here. How big is the king tattoo? How in weight? I think it's like kilobytes. Rename. Browser basic. There we go. Let me. I can give you that information. Give me a second. I need a second actually because I don't even remember where I have it. I know it's somewhere. I don't know where. Wait. If I click on OBS, if I click on the source itself, I think you tell me where it is, right? Yeah. Okay. I have it here then. Here. How do you know actually? How do I have it named? Fuck? See me? 18.3 kilobytes. That's how much it weighs. It's amazing. It's lightweight basically. Also, here. Wait, where is it? Here, browser. Here, but wait, because you're not seeing anything right now. Let me make this big. I am looking at where is here browser. Browser. It goes on armor. There we go. This is what I'm looking at right now. Trying to understand what the fuck I need to actually build to win. Like, I looked for the armor stat. There is no armor page on the wiki, so good luck ever knowing what it does. Besides that, yeah, I haven't looking at what is it like here. Items themselves. I think, and I don't know, I wait, I have to check something now that we're here. I want to 56 leaf clover. Does this have like a significantly more effective with Artifact of Honor? Yeah, that's why I use it. Getting 65 stacks of this item will guarantee item drops from elites. Aha. So this item doesn't have a... what is the name of the thing that they do? Like a hard cap or soft cap? Either discussion. They want to open that? Okay, no, it doesn't exist. Great enough. Besides that... Filial imprinting. What? Do I have this unlocked? I think I don't have the harvesters. This thing is so amazing, and I don't have it because I don't have this. The use a health shrine that drops you below 5% health. This one is also amazing, but I don't have it either. So yeah, I don't know. We are going to be screwed. I can only keep on trying to win by smashing my head. Get more. Probably I should actually get a red whip. Now that I think about it, like I don't really need to not have it. I just don't have the custom to use it itself. But it's amazing because movement in itself is so much of a necessary stat. Boxing gloves. This thing doesn't really matter, I guess. Also, wait, this thing. The ukulele. How much? The problem is getting this doesn't increase the chance, it only increases the damage. So, okay, we are good. Anyway, sorry. I was looking at that. Welcome, Grasper. I hope you're doing good enough. I am trying to win. Have been playing. It is the tier of the day. Give it up for wait. Let me show you the what's Crab? What's the word Crab? What's the Crab guy? Crab from SpongeBob? Mr. Krabs? Mr. It is Mr. Krabs, actually, amazing. No, I want the image, just the image. Can you give me the image? Here. Let me show you this. Today, it's the tier run. Oh, the tier day of me trying to run. The fucking give it up for the 100 and something attempt at winning a run in a risk of rain returns. Don't forget the mister, by the way. But yeah, it's... life is so beautiful. Here, stats and high scores. 97, amazing. There is actually no increased spawn rate? Why? Why is that the case? Who said? Yeah, you know what? You need it. Mini health hell. Probably I need it. Anyways, yeah, that's what has been going on. Besides that, I don't know much else to really say. Slowly chipping away at my... What's the meme? Do you know the definition of insanity? Insanity is doing the exact same thing every single time, expecting a different result at some point. Yeah. I don't know, I guess to some degree I am trying to actually stay hopeful. I feel like it isn't all that impossible, it's just absolutely complicated because this character is quite ass. I hate this character, I don't know. I feel like somebody probably who mains what's his name? Jeff can do a much better job than me at winning, but right now in monsoon difficulty, aka the hardest one, with normal damage and some other modifiers that make enemies also be a little bit harder, it's nigh impossible for me. So yeah, no, life is but a struggle, and we are here on this world to simply deal with all of it. We don't accomplish things by complaining, we only accomplish great things by doing and working and making sure that our efforts are spent on achieving a certain thing, a certain, sometimes whatever the issue is that the person doesn't. Oh my god, this is amazing. This is actually amazing. But also, I can stack this item infinitely. No, not infinitely. I can stack this item until I get guaranteed rewards. Is it that great to actually know? Now I feel tempted to do it, like, not as a meme. Una way, I feel like we should get like, how many? 65. Was it intentional? 65, 56 cleared clovers. But well, yeah. That has been much of this. That's the real thing happening. Besides that, I don't know, I haven't reflecting on the human nature, I guess. That's the most basic aspect, the most natural thing to always be doing. In the end, there is not much else to do. After some point, you realize you cannot change whatever it is. It's all good, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. You cannot change what's happening or what will happen. You can only try to not lose your mind from such unavoidable consequences. That's all that matters. That's all that there has to be, otherwise the person is too damaged, too affected by all those other aspects. Reality, when unfiltered, is so overwhelming that it's better to believe that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter any of those other aspects. It's good enough as it is. My man, what was that event? But yes, I don't know, it's constant improvement? Is it improvement? How do you know that you're improving if you're not accomplishing the thing that you want? Simply because you get to live a bit longer? What is progression if you don't really achieve the desired goal itself? You only... I don't remember exactly the source of that expression. You're only giving yourself some seconds, some minutes at the best. You gain, but the unavoidable, the completely removable thing will still be there no matter what. No matter how many times things change, the end still is. At some point the enemies get so hard that it is impossible to win against them. No, I guess. How many do I actually need to get like a 10% guaranteed chance? Let me do the math. Like 4.5 with the first clover. 7? 7 with the second one? No, 6% with the second one. How many more? 7.5, 9? Okay, I need like... Actually, 7 clovers probably? With a 10% chance? Dropping items from any enemy, because in the end, all enemies are elites, so... Understandable. Can I actually get 7 green items? I don't think so. 6, 7? Yeah. Probably. The problem is sometimes, I don't know, there are runs that don't really need that many green items. But doing so is incredibly significant in terms of, after having that, I also have the possibility of like, it guarantees items. The rarity of the item itself is an entirely different subject, but it doesn't really matter which rarity they are, because simply to increase themselves in itself the odds of that happening, in making almost sure that that happens, then whatever comes out of that is good enough, because at that point it's almost like a constant low inflow. Yes, I think it is the expression, inflow of items to win. So at that point perhaps it can work out. I don't know, I'm entirely doubting my theory. I am not so sure. I am willing to believe to some degree. Smaller degree, the world has already broken my heart too many times to say that it's sufficient to have a start. But if it doesn't work, despite having it, but it doesn't go the way in which I want it to go, even if I do my best, to work out, for sure it will. Sure it has to. Doesn't it? Okay, first one. Good enough. Also, I think this game, I like how there is so little documentation of this game itself. Because I am guessing so much stuff sometimes. I feel like this game doesn't have like a, what do they call it? PT system or something like that? PT luck system? Like, I am not really guaranteed to get my item. It only increases the odds, but every single enemy rolls for it, like 10% of chances on one enemy, but it doesn't stack the odds for the next one if the previous one doesn't really give me what I was supposed to get in the previous roll, basically. But that only makes this even better, I guess. Okay, we have some things, not all great things, but some things around. So I don't know, I want to trust, simply I want to believe this game well. Also, did I go past the spawn? Not spawn, the portal? I did. What? Can happen. That is life, I guess. Time to go back. The walk of shame for having missed the portal. I think it was at the very beginning, actually, and probably I left it behind simply because I wanted to see what was in the map. Probably. But also, I literally got like the same map before, so perhaps it wasn't. Perhaps it wasn't still. I was just making it up. Why is this enemy so tanky? What? Okay. This is significant enough, actually. I get to have my stopwatch here, no? Yes. Unstable watch, not stopwatch. Unstable watch. Good. So that gives me like the highest odds of winning, basically. West? Ah, it destroyed my vote. Ah, can happen. Goodbye, healing bot. I hope you were significant enough. You did your job well enough. But we cannot afford going back to save you. So yeah, besides that, I don't know, do I trust that this can happen? I feel like yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm trying to think about it, and I don't think it is yet time to actually surrender. It looks not all that amazing, unavoidably. It doesn't look all that doable. Like, it's not the simplest challenge that I have ever in my life faced as a video game player. Yes, true enough. But doesn't mean, yeah, it was here. That I will, simply because it's minimally hard. Parensid Colossus? Really? Fuck. But because it is a Colossus and nothing else, I can actually, yeah. Give me this. Give me this. Give me this. I have to skip. Oh my god, no. Hate not having any round to actually kill the enemies. I need a moment's respite to think out my next move, to plan ahead and look forward. My anxiety rises when I am forced to confront everything all at once without having a plan. Can happen. Can very much happen. It wasn't your time to die, it never is time to die, there is never a good moment to die. But such is life, such are the things that we see. It never comes at a good moment. It never is the right time to say goodbye. Yet here we are still having to confront it as such, without anything else to add to it. Without anything else to hope about it. I don't even know. I just killed a tiny insect. I don't even know what the fuck it was. But yeah, point is, also, it's going to be so annoying to get so many active items. Fuck. I hate that about this mode, actually. I like getting active items when I have none. But after that, it's so meaningless to have so many more. Like, what do we actually do with them? What do we want me to do with them? I have nothing to do with multiple active items. I only use this and the other one, so what's there to actually gain? I am not such a tactician, so to speak. But well, works well enough for me, so it's whatever. You have to sacrifice a little bit of what you want so that you can obtain what you hope for. Otherwise, it's not really something that you can harvest, something that you can already have in your hands. So it's necessary in this case to have it happen, to have it be present. This useless thing, this completely meaningless manual part of the item itself. So much of this for what? So many active items. Why? Because one also chose the other side. You have the good with the bad. That's the expression that I was looking for. Life, if it was perfect, will not be so and so at all. For existence, we got to give us all the things that we wished for. The person would realize how much darker everything would be, how much more of an unsatisfiable being we have always been. It isn't an illusion that because things are not good enough, I am not happy, that I remain content with my condition, but against the very realization that, I am always yearning for more things, aren't I? I am now faced with the challenge of saying, is this really what I want? Is this really what I hope for? Is this really what I am aiming at? Wow. How can I actually do that? But such are we. And it's better to have that with the case than to not have anything at all. Also, no, yeah, we have still to farm a little bit more. Even more, actually, I guess, no, it's necessary to always overdo it. Yeah. I'm not going to. I was thinking about activating it. Overdoubt? Overdoubt. I don't know. I guess it's more about, okay, I say it like this. It's useful to have trust, but also it's useless to have so much trust that you actually kill yourself because you choose to not have some degree of patience. I prefer to actually wait at around like until right now it says over here 4 minutes and 26 seconds. I prefer to wait until 7 minutes so that I can harvest some more items, and that gives me more possibilities of surviving the bosses. More so because early I did, what's the name of it? The Challenge of the Mountain or something like that? Or the Mountain Shrine, I don't know what's named. But that thing basically that makes more bosses spawn. So it's quite necessary to actually wait a little bit, otherwise, yeah, I do. It's not all that brave to go ahead and say, yeah, there are no more enemies in the map right now. Let's go ahead and kill the boss because there is nothing else to kill right now. No, it actually is quite counterproductive. Simply because the bosses are way too strong to kill normally. So yeah, can you not kill me? Can you not kill me? Can you not kill me? Thank you so much. But yeah, point is, we have to wait. This game, I guess, is out the proper exercise of patience. And proper also, because if I do wait, holy shit, if I do wait, no, it's the teleporting one. I love it so much, man. Can you not kill me? Also? How much I hate the wisps. My eternal enemy. You know what? Oh my god! It's cinema. But yeah, I was saying, a proper balance between things. Getting to understand how much you need to wait, how much you need to actually push forward. And also, even more, particularly in this mode, I feel like on a way you have to get that in a way, because otherwise it's quite impossible to actually. I thought it was there to succeed. There are way too many enemies that have almost one-hit attacks or something that if you don't properly learn to equip against, you're almost certain of that. Also, it seems, okay, I think I start to understand some other mechanics, like this guy does, no, I was entirely wrong. I was gonna say, this guy doesn't teleport me until it is aggroed. I was wrong. Actually, it did so without any actual reason. So, whatever you wanna do, brother. You're so right for following your heart like that. But well, such is life, I guess. Okay, how many more items? I want. Can I get one healing item at least? Like, I have two, but can I get one more? That's great, no? Like the 8th tries. You shouldn't be counting the tries, you shouldn't be counting how many times you succeeded. Even if it takes a million times to win, what matters is that you did it in the end, isn't it? Why would you look at the number of attempts if you know that at some point you finally get it? What does it change in the end? What does it actually modify? It doesn't change anything, it doesn't affect anything. To be out there so fixated on such numbers is meaningless. So do yourself a favor and stop paying attention to any of that. which I love to see it. It's shit, man. This time I didn't even get to like stage 3. Am I getting worse at this game? Am I? Okay, no, I wanted to say, I am pretty sure before I used to get like the Colossus almost always. Nowadays I'm getting either the Magma Worm, which is always overloaded, therefore it has attacks that hit me no matter what, or the other guy, the Beggar and Boss, which has sometimes also the characteristic of overloader, so it also hits me no matter what. Isn't it fantastical? What well. It doesn't matter, even if I got the easiest boss and I died the second stage, it would have changed nothing. So, who am I insulting here? Doesn't have any influence whatsoever. So, I know. Makes sense. I was gonna say, how did this game get adapted to like controller? What unavoidably, I forget touching the controller. You can actually jump with the, like I am doing here. No, not here. I am not pressing up here actually. I have it. Why do I have it set up like this? Why don't I have the jump button on the up key? What a choice. What a game design choice. Did I change it myself? Anyways, point is, yeah. It's fine. No, don't worry. We can win. And even if we can't, don't you ever say that to me. Don't you dare strong my heart. I need to believe in something. Otherwise, existence will be too harsh on me. Harsher than what it already is. What the fuck? Okay. Give me this before I die. Did I find that reporter? I think I did, right? I like how this game has no minimap for some reason. They made... I mean, the other one doesn't have a minimap either. But I feel like unavoidably they should have implemented that like a long time ago. It's not like, well, the second one doesn't. So it's so fine that this one also doesn't. Therefore, no, I think like all these games would benefit so much from a minimap. I don't really like the whole aspect of, have you guessed where the map actually is? Where do we have to actually go? Or are you still fucking lost? Because yeah, I am still absolutely fucking lost. And not a minimap entirely revealed, just a minimap that slowly reveals itself as I work through the small area. Works enough for me. But well, I'm just complaining. I'm just finding more things to complain about, to make noise about. How small? I think this one is not really that big, I guess. It's... Okay, I said minimap. Excuse me, I am starting to crash out my brain. Something funny that happens is, in the absence of such expression of anger, I start to slowly deteriorate my cognitive performance. But I was saying, besides that a map in general, even something that you press M and you have to not see anything else but the map, I am happy with that. Just a map that works, simply put. A functional map that lets you orient yourself around the place. I don't even need something that is like in this corner or in this corner. I don't want that. I don't need that. I just need something to know where the teleporter is once I find it. Like, Okay, even an arrow works for me. The game has an arrow system integrated for when you kill the boss. Why don't you let me have that also when I haven't killed the boss too? Can you fall down? Thank you. Now, we shall wait, because otherwise you're going to kill me. I'm like 2 hits away from dying. So, wait a second, brother. I will deal with you promptly. There we go. Amazing! Incredibly well positioned. Okay, there we go. Okay. It begins. That's it. No, 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 no. But well, I don't know. It's too challenging. It's too difficult. I prefer to say that I give up and continue at all. I don't know if I can make it. What if I can? I do not have the capacity to. What will be of me if I keep on trying and remain stuck here? No, it won't happen. I guess at some point. It's like an unavoidability that I would win, but it's much easier to say that it is over than to commit to things. It's human spirit is so fragile, the human mind is so willing to sometimes conceal, even if things are obtainable, even if the goal is something not so outlandish, the person still wishes more to simply abandon all hope than to see it until the very end. Too many times similar encounters have happened to believe that maybe this one does work out. Also, I will have to pick up that active item. I am going to be clever about this actually. Give me this. We're going to. Okay, I think it's actually a good enough time being then. We can wait for the. What is it? What is this thing? Broken watch, whatever it is called. And use that to stop the bosses on the track. Meanwhile, we just keep farming items, whatever they are. And so yeah, there is something. I mean, it's something that I don't really think about because I don't even tend to play. Like, whenever I play this game, I try to always prioritize unlocking this artifact, the one that makes enemies drop items instead of the chests. I absolutely hate the chests, so I prefer this. The other one, the choose your items, is more of a preference, far more random. But I feel like I cannot really play the game if I have to open the chests. It's incredibly annoying to have that happen actually. And so I'm aiming at. Just now I actually realized that, surprising or unsurprisingly enough actually, because the enemies drop the items, you can infinitely keep farming on one area. You don't really have to rely on moving to a different place to farm anything. Because something that motivates you to live with chests is the limited amount of time present at any given map. Meanwhile here, I guess I am cheesing them with this to some degree, but I don't know if I could be capable of actually winning without the chests like this, or with the chests instead of this chestless run. I have enough items, I don't really feel ready, man. Will I ever be ready? Are all the things in place? Or are we just moving forward expecting things to... Okay, wait. Give me... What do you give me? What? Give me this, actually. I never picked this up. Boss. Drop powerful wisps. That's actually an amazing item. I never use it. And I should be using it more. You destroyed my fucking bot. It's so amazing for that. But well, yeah, let me... Can I actually quickly walk towards the place that I have to go, or... Why are there so many enemies out of nowhere? What the fuck is going on? I'm about to die, actually. Oh my god! Lovely. Okay, I guess that's like my signal to probably go fight the boss instead of staying here any longer. Because if things keep getting even harder, I'm not going to survive this. Can I, like, do I actually have to? I don't feel like I have to. I'm slowly getting more items. My choice is to remain chained to my comfort area. I know that it is bad, but I will rather die on this hill than to move to a new, different place. Do I really know what's out there? I don't, and that terrifies me. You don't get it. Me one. But yeah, no. Holy shit! A boss already? Deserved for taking way too long. But that's great to some degree. To some degree. What the fuck is that? Huh? Ah, the wisps! That's... Ah! Understandable. Understandable. Wait. Have this? Wait a second. I'm not going to fuck up. I don't want to fuck up. We have spent so much time already. Give me a second. Items. What the fuck are the boss items? What are the boss items, man? What are you? Pickaxe. Chance on hit to summon pickaxes that deal pierce enemy. Gain a 20 health shield. Fire up to 4 projectiles at the nearby enemies when it breaks. No. Should no. No. 8% chance on hit? No. Increase maximum health written, and armor. Colossal Norl, I guess, 10? This? Or this? Imp Overlord? Colossal Norl, 10. Okay. We are not cheating, we are using the information available in the wiki. I tell myself as as I guarantee a win now, out of nowhere. Wow. So honest, so much real work. And that's how I spent 14 minutes on the first stage of the... I know I did have to go around, but luckily enough I actually didn't. I was going to lose it if I end up being forced to. The only problem is, by being here for so long, I am increasing the odds of also having to face the other enemies later on. What are they? The guys. The overpowered ones. But anyways, aren't we proud of that? Aren't we happy that we got to be challenged? Entirely. Wastic, as they will say. Here, what do we have? Here? No! Okay. It works. I mean, it's literally the best boss encounter possible, so nothing to actually complain about. In a way. Really? I don't know. I feel like I'm going to die. Yeah, I was way too close at that point. I was... No! Skill issue, brother. So true for that. Don't you see? Don't you see what the problem is? Self-care? Yeah, give me a second. Give me a second before I fucking lose it. There we go. There is no more water available so far. What a video, man. What a wonderful video. And why continue? Why not say that it is over, that there is nothing else to look for? Because sometimes you have to try things, and if they are hard, even if they don't seem that easy to achieve, it's much better to do that than to just extinguish the flame of interest, of hopefulness, of passion in itself. Yes, sometimes that will is all that one can nurture and take care of and keep safe. Also, like, as a question, what's the real point between me changing worlds, areas? If the enemies just get harder, why don't I actually just remain on one place, like 30 minutes of the first level, farming here, then finally I move on? What's the real point behind changing areas? Getting the bot drops? Wow. I can do that anyways later on. I guess, yeah, something out actually, the bot drop in terms of getting the, what is it? Is that a big wisp? I don't know. Just losing it. Amazing. Anyways, I was saying that, yeah, something that I feel like changes is also the whole chance of getting the normal enemies. Normal enemies, what are I talking about? Simpler bots with lower prices, because sadly, the more you lose a bot, the more the pricier it gets, basically. So yeah, it's quote unquote beneficial to change your bot, or to change areas so that you don't get to overpay for the revival of one bot every single time. Like, I think right now, if both of these costs like 40 to activate, but later on you end up costing like how much? I think it is incremental, semi-exponential. So at some point you end up paying like 10,000 just to, holy shit! Why one of these so suddenly? What? And the other guy is not even shooting. Can happen. I was saying basically that, yeah. Meanwhile, if you keep sensing areas, the odds keep a lower price because they are fresh. Huge marathon in my, like, parentheses, open parentheses. All of the stuff that I just said about bots is an assumption that I made myself. I don't actually know if it works like that. I am willing to also say that probably they do work around the whole aspect of perhaps what? What? What does that mean? Oops, huh? I think I see the one. What? No. Stealing? Oh, understandable. Or coercion? Understandable. Excuse me. Yes. Yeah. Something. But don't think what are it? Yeah. I mean, I don't really mind getting killed here. I don't get to complain because I said it. I don't get at all to complain. Anyways, I was trying to say, yeah, that I don't really know if it works like that. I completely made it up. I am guessing. We can check the wiki, or we can't. We can keep making up information, you know, like, isn't that funnier? That I make my assumptions, they end up being wrong, and somebody that actually knows comes here and says, what the fuck are you talking about? And we say sorry for not knowing better. I have a tendency, I'm a pathological liar. I need to make things up every single day of my life. I am bound to say things that are incorrectly, even if I am absolutely aware of that. I cannot stop it. No, sorry. The point is that, yeah, I don't know. At some point it's going to work out for sure. It's going to work out. It has to work out. But no, yeah, I feel like actually it might be a good strategy to not sense any of us anymore. Because the real problem is later on the enemies get way too hard to deal with if you don't have good items. I don't feel like it's fair. I mean, it's the challenge that I set up myself. Like, there is no actual list of rules, so bending them, there is no part of the contract that says that I have to win only by remaining here, or only by moving through every single area as soon as I can. If that was the case, I would be literally speed running, which I am not capable of doing, which I am not even willing to try. So far, at least not with this character. How much I hate this character, sorry. But yeah, point is, who knows? Sometimes the enjoyment is indeed. No, there is no enjoyment in this suffering, it's just pure suffering. I look forward so much to the day in which I can finally win a run. I want it to be today possible, but I don't know. I remember, I think I mentioned this before, like, perhaps yesterday, but the whole mentality, winners and losers mentality, something that I hate out this is, I don't know if this also applies here, perhaps in a way it does, to that degree, because my example is, I have been playing MOBAs with some friends, not by myself. I am not that willing to self-harm. We do it with friends because, I don't know, sadly, do I really need to give you an explanation for why? The point is, we simply do. And one of the things that happens because of that is, we end up observing something very funny, and that is the realization of sometimes you can see the person who you're playing with, not exactly them, but the teammates that you end up with, basically, abandon all hope, and sometimes you can almost, like, you don't get to say that they are trolling, because you also don't get to call anyone that, in the sense of an actual troll, because sadly in MOBAs, more so, it's like an actual insult to say that you are trolling when you aren't, so yeah, it's quite necessary to hold back from saying that people are trolling in that sense, yeah, but on the other hand, you do have the possibility of realizing that, I don't know, man, I feel like you are unavoidably not playing to the best of your capacities. The moment in which you see that we're not winning as hard as you want us to be winning, so perhaps by decreasing your performance, you end up affecting how... or odds, basically. Simply put, or odds. And my point is, I don't really know how much this also exists here. Why do you have iframes? Sorry. But if it does exist here, I cannot really complain. It's bound to happen. And if it is the case, there is nothing that I can really modify about that, so I have to live with that reality. And also, minutes. Also, wait up. I have a question. Actually, because wait a second. Come here. Watch this. I want to check something. I already forgot. Green item. Whip. Where are you? Here. Red whip. Your movement speed. Living combat. Boosts your movement speed by 60%. But living combat? What is... That is living combat. And this... After not being hit. So these are two different qualities. One is like understandable. Also, this is a fucking ad? What the fuck? No, this is not an ad. This is an embedded link. Like, it is still an ad, but not a real ad. Anyways. So, I wasn't wrong in thinking that, yeah, it's good, but I cannot really use it while in combat, actually, so perhaps I will need to get goat hooves or movement speed, if I specifically want that. But, isn't that part of the deal? If I want something, I have to accept it in the form in which it has to come to me, and nothing else. Not much else, simply. So good enough. Also, I feel like I'm going to get like 2 activations of this passive before getting... Not that you can watch the wiki, like, now that I finally caved in, and we're reading the wiki, shouldn't I be trying to read out how, or yeah, in which way does it actually work to get the whole... The enemies, the monsoon hyper difficult enemies. How do they work so that I can actually understand how to fight against them? Because so far I don't. And that vexes me, I guess. What do I want? Give me more of this. Give me. Coffee, I guess, yeah. But well, you are here too. Ah, wait. Passive. No, passive, no, literally active. Ah, I never had a green item so far. I have been quite lucky then, I didn't realize that. So that's... This can be a great run, actually, implying like quite a lot, but... What an annoying enemy, anyways. Yeah, I don't know. It's... difficult to actually properly search, I guess. But that's what's making all of this more beautiful. Also, I found out something funny. Using the ultimate of the basic attack gives you the capacity to pass through the solid objects. Otherwise, you can't. I think like it's obvious enough to some degree, but also I didn't realize that until very recently, actually. But that is partially because I'm not a Jeff main. I don't want to know that much about this character. I don't care about what it does. Also, I am still waiting for a... Do I really need to wait for that at this point? It's quite meaningless to some degree to be waiting for this character to give me a... Or for this level to give me yet another active item chest. In the end, they are going to still win. It is still actually going to be just one boss, so I could fight it right now if I wanted to. What holds me back now? Really, I am just farming. But yeah, there I got my active item chest. This, yeah, I guess. I guess we're great enough. I just want to actually keep on farming. Red item. Item, more reason to farm. No. I have to be patient. I just need to be patient enough. I cannot. Okay, yes, absolutely. I cannot go anywhere else. Otherwise, if I do and I die, I am going to rage quit so hard. It's so useful there. The least. Finally. Life is destiny. Smiles on me. But well. Just intimidated by so many things present all at once, so much to do to try to work on so many aspects to keep on improving. It's difficult. How to know if it is not better to move forward? How is remaining still really the best option? How can that be the case? The worst item was reduction. But yeah, no, I just need to be patient. I just need patience. We just need patience. A little more patience. That's all that it's needed. That's all that it's required. A second of more, a second less. Does it all matter that much? Isn't the goal to win? Isn't what? How much are you willing to win? If you truly do not want to do something that could let you obtain that very same goal that you say you yearn for, you know? How much is the desire real? If I don't let it be present, simply because I feel like it will not be that great. I love this enemy so much. True. Also, I like how there are not that many options to get, actually. Simply because, yeah, there is. Basic items are trash. Yeah. Can happen. Can't it happen? But yeah, I guess we're going to wait for a boss, and after defeating this boss of this area, like, not the boss of this area, the boss that spawns first, I think it's almost literally at 14 minutes. After that, yeah, we can progress. Paul's gold hoof. Amazing. Also, no, I haven't really gotten any rare item. I thought I was showing the next one, but no, wait only. No. Boss? Yes. Welcome, dear boss. Where are you? Here. Okay, I think you died. Yes. You gave me an active item, really? Bruh. So, what do I actually get? This. Really? Only an active item? Bruh. Fuck. So meaningless. So much time wasted on that. The run is ruined, you know. Nothing that. But if I act like it is, if I tell myself that it is over before it even gets to a proper point, then isn't that much later? Welcome, son. Very good. Today, we are farming on the first day. Isn't that amazing? No, sir. We are playing a very highly customized, vanilla but highly customized anyways, run of Risk of Rain Returns, the best video game ever. No, good enough. And sadly, it's going to take quite a long time. How much can we actually survive here? Can I don't think I can mentally withstand half an hour of being here. It will probably drive me a little bit crazy. Too amazing! Three. Wait. This is becoming apparent, imagine. Yeah, it was as simple as that. Welcome, Cice. Hope you're doing very well. Excuse me. I am happy. No, yes, I am happy. I mean, but besides that, it's this game is mentally taxing. Can you not kill me? Can you not kill me? You're over. Thank you so much. No, they still do so much damage. I lost half my HP like that. Yeah. But well. Also, no, wait. We have to check something again. Come with me, and you will see all of your imagination. No, shut up. What am I looking for? What was I actually looking for? I forgot already. What was I looking for? I was looking for something, and I forgot. Aren't I amazing? Isn't it great to have a bad memory? Golden gun. 40% damage. No. Okay, I remember. I'm back. Excuse me. I had a lapsus here. Randomly marks. Killing a marked enemy permanently increases damage by 0.5. Up to 20 damage. Understandable. Will you please consult this chart? Yes. Photon setback. Hold the button to fly. Understandable. You're okay? Why? I mean, it's okay, so it's okay once again. But what's lacking to be even greater? To be Are you perhaps not playing something that you want to? Are you perhaps not doing something that you know you shouldn't be doing? Watch live. So many things that one decides to not even acknowledge. So many near adolescent right now because these enemies are starting to break my mind. But this is so great. This item is my salvation, basically. Yeah, I started with so many items out of everything. Life is so amazing. I am not struggling anymore to farm for things. This is it. This is the run. This is it. I just needed to lower my standards. I just needed to accept that, yeah, sometimes you have to farm a little bit longer. Sometimes you have to just sit there, and winning is not so complicated. Your dreams are not so unachievable. The problem is being honest enough about what you have to do to accomplish them. Not so many people truly look at things on that perspective and say, yes, I want to do this. I want to farm 1,000 items. And it's reasonable. It's absolutely reasonable. But that is sadly why also so many do not get to accomplish them. Okay, we have this. I don't remember. I hope it was this. Yeah, okay. It was the best item. This is the best. Why? Because it lets me see the AFK. The enemies farm themselves actually right now. But well, we did it. I like how, I don't know, did they actually not think about putting a limit to how many items can you get per area? I think I literally just hear it right now. Yeah, I am not getting any more items from enemies. No, they realized, they put a gap, they fucked me over. Entirely. Over. So over, man. Cannot play. Cannot have great things. No, sorry. I was crashing out way too soon. There are items still, there are items. So, we can continue farming. Okay. Very good. Can continue farming. Shall continue farming. Oh my god, a boss? No way. I cannot believe it. I cannot deal with you, dear boss. Amazing. And it doesn't take 20 minutes to kill. Oh, yeah. Freedom. Freedom from mediocrity. It is what separates those who struggle and don't accomplish what they want from those who do the commitments to do that so frustrating, repetitive part of life. Or so I tell myself. But I am biased towards my own perspective in this, aren't I? Aren't we all, in the very end, just thinking that we are always right? That we are always doing the correct thing? And it's not so bad, we say, because to some degree it's right that it isn't all that of bad. It really doesn't have to be. But it is not a great either. If it was, far more people would also be doing it. And then, let's wait. We have the wiki. I don't know what I'm picking up. But sometimes you have to play a little bit. You have to guess. And if you get lucky, you get to unlock something great. If you don't, bad luck. Try again next time, yes. Okay, we're in difficulty. I see you. Like, we have spent 22 minutes here almost. The clock says exactly 22 right now. So, excuse me for being 5 seconds ahead of the clock, actually. Wow. But yeah, we're good enough. Are we? Actually, I have a question. Can I one-shot the odds? I shouldn't be capable of doing that, right? Like, do you trust the time? What do you mean the time? What do you mean? What do you mean? The clock? What? Like, what? Which sensor are you talking about? What? What are you like? Yeah, I guess I will. I feel like I will. No? Will I not? I like how I can feel like there is a tiny decrease. You misunderstood? Yeah, can happen. Sorry, I am. You know, I am marshmallow. No, sorry. Sorry. Sorry for that. Yeah. Choose item? No. What the fuck is that lantern, anyways? Cute. Summon a ghost for every enemy on the screen. So meaningful, brother. Oh my god! Boss. Oh my god, it died already. Amazing. Wait, can we move ahead? Should I keep farming? I need to keep on preparing. Have you analysis paralysis or something like that? Sometimes you need to eternal, quote-unquote, productive procrastination. As long as I am farming, I am doing something, so we don't have to move ahead, do we? Why move ahead when we can keep farming here instead? Making sure that any challenge that might come next gets to be survived instead? Huh? This is better anyways, isn't it? No? We shall remain here. Until all eternity. For the rest of it. And yeah, I do quite a lot of damage actually. This is so great. I'm not struggling as much anymore. I don't know, I will get a handful of movement speed items and I will move ahead. I will... No. I am not ready. I have... Okay. I have one thing to admit. I know... I feel like I'm schizophrenic when I try to talk out something that nobody might understand what I'm talking about. The hardest enemy variant. But basically those guys. If I were to move ahead right now and they were to appear, they will probably obliterate me. So I need to have more HP to not be one-shotted, and I need like 1 or 2 teddy bears to not be one-shotted either. Like, both factors need to be present for me to survive them. So, yeah, we're... It's not... Give me this. Give me this. It's not procrastination, it's being cautious, you know. No, yeah, you can be over-cautious sometimes, but sometimes you can also understand that you need to pay attention to what you're doing. Because otherwise, you risk everything that you have been working for. And sometimes you cannot afford to lose. Sometimes the stakes are that high. So yeah. We're not going to move forward yet. Not sussed yet. Also, I need like... I say before I'm drinking way too much water. I will need to take a break. Probably in a handful of minutes. We can remain here, yeah. Excuse me. Ah, yeah. Probably, okay. I would marathon, not that great because I got like 2 kills, one next to the other one, so not that amazing. But I was gonna say, I would marathon would be probably getting. What the fuck? I want that. This, give me. Getting all the marks. The 40 marks that you have to get the maximum extra damage that this thing guarantees. Basically. Doing that. And now, time to get the divers. And besides this, what else? Life reason I'm combining normal life reason. The problem is this life reason is so meaningless, it's like 0.84 actually, but yeah, it's so minimal compared to a real life reason from other items. The problem is those other items are so costly, so incredibly hard to get them. But this. Also, does this the bitter root increases maximum health by 8%. But does it retroactively affect the other charges that I got from the blood thingy? The what's its name? What's your name, brother? Here. The infusion bags? Blood bags, basically. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter. But yeah, also I am starting to get almost like no item, no matter how many enemies I kill, so perhaps I should be worried about that. As in, I should be trying to get a hero before it's too late. Yeah. Something that and I wasn't even present. Amazing. Give me another trigger. There is no other thing to get here? No. Okay. We can move ahead then. I accept my... I accept your pressure. I concede. I am willing to keep going. I am going to keep going instead of remaining here eternally. Like, I'm getting absolutely nothing out of this so far. So, yeah. But no, yeah, it actually, I think, like, no, whatever you have to do is to win quickly enough. Otherwise, you cannot, but, like, you do it at your own risk. Because this would take way too long. If I didn't farm. Like, not way too long, it would be way too hard without farming. That's the reality of the situation, basically. Okay. We are... No, yeah, we're good. We're absolutely good. There isn't much to worry about here, actually. We did it. We did it. We became... not unkillable. I am pretty sure the final boss will probably raise me and will still have like 1 or 2 attacks that will make me scream in agony as I see my life drop a bit below the triple digits, because it is powerful like that, but powerful enough to not insta-die, so no, but that's high rate? No. Excuse me. I am that kind of person. I don't really have it. You can try to remind me of it, but I always remind myself to It's or try to. So yeah, sorry. I'm built like that, basically. Also wait, there is a rare item here. What do we actually get? This? I think this is right, no? Is this right? What else is right? This? Come with me for a second. Let's walk together the hall of the rare items. Ah, this thing. I want the shattering justice, but I don't have it yet. Yeah, I don't even have the miner unlocked. It's over. What's the point if you can? Can? You can't. You can't. The point is to know that you are not capable of doing it. Basically, no. Wait! This is amazing! All your attacks explode. This is crazy style. Wait, here. Yeah, no, I know, no. Sorry. I was making fun of the tempo, but no, yeah. I guess it's. I try to keep track of that myself. In my case, I like the people who need that in terms of I understand it, but I myself don't really. I always have been quite. I think what I'm going to say is doesn't have the exact meaning that I believe it has, but I try to be conscientious. Yeah, that way. That sounds right. I try to be conscientious about my water intake. I know that other people actually do forget about it entirely, but I myself don't really mind it that much in terms of, no, quite the opposite. I mind it enough to actually remember when I have to hydrate. So, to have a hydrate redeem will be meaningless because I will be over drinking, basically. To the point to which I basically, I don't know, I don't really bring it up that much because I don't know, it does matter, but it's like marginally. I had for a substantial amount of my life problems with hyponatremia, aka drinking way too much water. So yeah, I know when I have to drink water. Like, don't worry about it. It's not necessary. On one hand, on the other one, also yeah, even if it is funny, I myself don't really. I can live without the beat simply because of that other factor. Like, I fear more what would happen if I had it than anything else. So yes, you can waterboard in your own destination, you know. Come with me, and you'll see a world of your imagination. Filled with, and I don't know anymore. That's okay. Excuse me, I'm a poser. But no, yes, don't worry. Basically, don't worry about it. You don't have to worry in this case. I don't know, there are other people that I do. I mean, so many. It's so crazy, actually. So something else, the steamer culture that I don't entirely get out. How can you actually forget to hydrate? Like, how does that happen, man? I can understand spending like an hour or two without drinking even a sip, but your entire day, like, okay, no. Better example yet, I don't understand the people who cannot drink water at all. Like, oh no, yeah, my life is centered around the zero consumption of liquids. So yeah, I'm not like that. Sorry, I cannot say that it is right. I will. What's the expression? Look genuinely judging you if you say that you don't drink water. What's this? No, they are timed items. Fuck. Well, can happen. Water? I ran out of water. How much water? 1.5 liters. What the fuck is a liter? What the fuck is a gallon? Is my answer. That boss exploded. Entirely exploded. That was so amazing. But no, yeah, probably I would have to. I say actually was going to do it, but I forgot. Excuse me. I I am too enthralled in the gaming experience. Like, finally things are going well. We have a semblance of a possibility of winning. We cannot ruin it by leaving, losing the focus, losing the flow state, losing everything. Cannot risk it. Have to keep on, have to keep on. But yeah, my point is, I will probably get water after our egg at some point. But the question is, when is that egg coming? Great question, no clue yet. So why are enemies like hitting me from an entire screen of difference? Here, give me another one of this. Give me another one of this. Here, another one of this. But wait, yes. I like how much damage you take from landing. Like, it remains a static number, but it becomes so ridiculous compared to everything else that it feels meaningless to some degree. Like, why do I take more damage from landing than from any enemy hit? Let me take this. Let me take this. Also, I have the fungus thing. It's like the best healing method because in the end it's the only one that can actually heal my entire HP reasonably fast enough. I will probably at this point be needing like how many do I actually have? 22, and I'm not even remotely close to healing fast enough to keep up with all the health that I have. So yeah, it's surprising. Is it really surprising? I don't think so. Also wait, I got 3 sums particularly for this too. Information unlocked? Really? Was it unlocked? Did I truly not have it before? I don't think so. I think you're lying with me, man. Enemies. Who's hitting me? Calm down, brother. Also, yeah, time to get warped wires. Enough warped wires to not have to worry what's the position of them, basically. And one of these two. And the enemies are starting to scale their HP quite a lot, actually. I am starting to get worried. I should be worried. I think that myself being so tanky lets me forget about my mortality to some degree, but probably I should be worried about that. Maybe another one of these. And okay, we're almost done probably. At least with this level. The problem now is actually finding the teleporter because I don't remember where it was. But the level is short enough that I don't really have to work that much. Or even if I do, I have enough work speed. Okay, there we go. Overloading magma worm. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. So tough. Also, this power is absolutely broken. The rain. What's the name? Umbrella? Yeah, literally just umbrella. They fear. What's the description? They fear the rain. Exactly. The rain is absolutely broken. It gives you immunity. Who thought that that was fine to all? Who said, ah yeah, you know what the player needs? Immunity. Immunity to everything. Actually, so real for that. What's the expression? Arigato. also this. This. I guess, yeah, I will have to start stacking enough HP rating because otherwise I won't survive getting hit by any enemy whatsoever. And they are starting to hit quite hard too, so. Also, I remember seeing something in the descriptions, not the description, in the what's it's also not opinions, what is it? Reviews, Steam reviews. I remember having seen something so funny. A person said something about how the game was very much Risk of Rain 2, but made for PSP. I wonder if that person ever knew about the existence of Risk of Rain 1, or if they still remain ignorant about that, like completely oblivious to the existence of that other game, because how can you actually say that, man? Like, it's literally just Risk of Rain 1 expanded. Here, okay, this guy, this is the guy that I was talking about. Okay, thank God I am strong enough to actually not struggle against killing them, but those are absolutely dangerous enemies, as far as I know. I don't want to get hit by one of them. I fear so much for my life. I fear so much for my existence. What if I get hit by one of those and I fucking explode? Also, I need crit chance. I have not stacked crit chance at all. I'm amazing. Can we end the run? Do I really need to keep farming every single level? Better to be well prepared than to not be ready at all for any challenge whatsoever. Isn't that the same? No, I just made it up, but we are more willing to believe that than to say that, you know. We have to go again. Done with this already. Okay, here, watch this guy. I carried my Yoshi. There we go. So complicated to fight. Next is this. And next is this. Can I actually win like any differently with loader on this particular kind of challenge? I think like nothing will really change if I do so. So yeah, I don't know. We will perhaps owe you a run with loader. Oh wow, this is the special secret boss or something like that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Besides this, I was looking for something else, wasn't I? Or am I losing it? Yeah, setback. Yeah, it increased. Jump capacity. I need more better too, but we don't worry about that. It is. I said great. I have no crit attack. Yeah, that's a problem. I am wrong. But we actually can finish the run like this. I need to farm much more. I'm just doing it out of fear of getting killed by a random, incredibly strong enemy for no reason whatsoever. Yeah, no, almost nothing can actually survive me so far. So, meaningless to worry so much, actually. But I will act like it actually matters so that I can keep on farming. My life depends on farming. My very existence depends on it. All that we have requires, necessitates that aspect, and if I do not let it be present, my enjoyment is diminished far more than what I can ever admit. So yes, today we farm, even if it isn't really all that are required. Also, I think this is right, no? This is like the one that literally gives me... Yeah. this, that item is broken actually. This it gives you... For every carrot, you reduce your cooldowns, but unavoidably. Why would you be worrying about cooldowns? If you could literally be getting carrots infinitely rapidly enough. And with that, you have to spam your special ability too, so... Okay, we can progress. Wait, let me pick up everything. Let me, just in case, pick up everything. Okay, yes, there we go. We're almost done with this then. Probably shouldn't stay too long. Oh my god, I forgot that there were like 3 or how many? 6 stages, I think? 5? How many? God knows how many. But yeah, enough to actually make it quite hard to just rush to the ending. Simply because you have to find the area which is closest to the end first, so... Give me this. Enemies drop extra health mode. Give me this. Yes. This. You give me this. With this probably we have no more to worry about the gold. No, we still have. There is no point in which we can not do it, sadly. Life is full of worries and... Oh my god! The artifact of command? Amazing! Probably right height. No! No, I didn't. No, I didn't, because you don't get artifact unlocks unless you actually have already gone through. Like, what are you saying? You only get to unlock the artifacts once, I think. Am I making it up? Yeah, I am making it up. Sorry. I am to make it up. Happy Friday, thank you. Have a good night, guys. We're almost done, I promise you. We are also going to take a break soon enough. So, no, not a break. I'm going to rest soon enough. So, thank you for sticking by today. Have a good night. Have great dreams. Do robots dream of the electric sheep? No, I don't think it goes like that. But yeah, thank you. Anyways, we're almost done. This is alright. So I literally just need to farm longer on the first stage. I finally realized what was the mistake not doing that. Life is so much more beautiful once you finally get things. It's also gonna get some more goat hoops, just in case. Yeah. And from you, I want another one of these. I like how this game suddenly becomes like a Diablo, but where you keep on exponentially, not exponentially, endlessly getting stronger. One drone? Was it really that meaningful? Like, you only give me... you only give me trash items. It wasn't meaningful at all. Screwed me over. Enemies take more damage at lower health? Why did I not get that item sooner? Anyways. Teleporter. Here comes the encounter. Oh no. It's almost done actually. Another trader. Why are there no enemies here? What the fuck? Where are the enemies that should be trying to kill me? Says the guy who farmed half an hour on the very first level, such do not have to deal with enemies any longer. Wow. Like, operation. Yes, I accept it. That's me. We're almost done. Yeah, I guess then we're going to finish the run. And after that, it will be it for today, basically. Not much else to really attempt. I said something about getting a run with loader. Perhaps tomorrow? I want to make this a series. I feel so. I like Risk of Rain until I remember how Risk of Rain works. And that you have to always farm no matter what. Okay, here, give me this. Is there another special case here? No, okay, we are down here. Let's exit. Let's just exit. Let me, for the love of God, exit already. Teleport through. Wait. A fungus? Yes. Okay. Here we are. 3 identical drones? Ah, this is one of the things that they added semi-recently. Like an upgrade drone machine or something like that, I think it was. Okay, we're just looking for the teleporter at this point. There is literally nothing else to try. Here we are. Activate the divine teleporter. Are you ready? Entirely ready, my brother. Absolutely ready. Have no clue. I was born ready, actually. I came to this world to prepare for all that it had. This the block of ice. Chance to freeze enemies on hit. Yeah, for sure. For sure, that's what I meant to do it. Also, this game has a limit on how much HP you can have. What? I just found out. Anyways, can't happen. And the enemies are still doing so much damage to me. Understandable. I mean, I guess that's why you need the HP limit. Otherwise, it will be way too easy. Or give me, yeah. Oh no, you trivialized encounters. What do I thought, enough, you have no clue how much I struggled until I finally understood what I needed to do to win. You weren't there for those other 3 streams of me losing my mind bit by bit. Because I couldn't get to win. Can you let me exit? There we go. Actually, thank God I didn't get as many of the clovers, because otherwise I will be spending even longer. Dried Lake! I forgot that I had to pay attention to what I chose there. Yeah, I'm very much happy. It did very much happen. Okay. Let's try again. This time I pay attention. this. Look at this. Okay, no, I am. Can I take the proper option now, or will we sit here for even longer unnecessarily? So, by the way. Perhaps I can, perhaps I can't, perhaps we shall not worry about any of that. Just do whatever we are capable of. Yeah, the run will take more than an hour. Amazing. At least, I seem to have understood how you can keep the portal clear enough to not have to worry about it later on. Because otherwise, what an annoying thing to have to go to clear it all every single time. Okay, sure. Oh my god! I did it out of... I am trolling, I am actively trolling, brother. I swear to God I'm not, but... Another level. Do you like this game? So let's do another level. Where are you? Here. Oh no. Activate that. Holy moly, how many magma worms are there? I didn't even get to kill all of them because there are so many. That's actually crazy. I think I have never in my whole life seen so many magma worms at once. Like, I don't even know if I could survive them if I didn't have invincibility actually. Monster log, magma worm, understandable. Expected. Give me this. Nice. And what else? Ah, the imp, yeah. And now we just have to keep on waiting. Me taking teddy bears, just in case. Also, I don't have any revives. I will for sure not regret that decision later on. That won't be an issue at all, for sure. Are you done? Not yet. I like how the game seems to realize that there are so many cases that you shouldn't be getting any more cases. Okay, one revive, one deal. Good enough, good enough. Now we can actually exit. Cool. And I have to pay attention, by the way, yet again, because I want to liberate the robot. I never... Here! It's literally here! My god. What the fuck? How did I... What? What? What is that passageway? Huh? Open. Yes, I guess. Whatever. Okay, here. I mean, it's trivial enough, but at the same time, inspect. Here you go. Ah, this is fine. The robot senator, you don't have to fight it like all the other enemies. Amazing. Who would have said that that was going to be the case? Do I need any of the extra content? Not already. Can I jump ahead, skip any of these things somehow? No, right? Like on a wall, that's not a given possibility here. I feel like. I wonder why. No, I don't wonder. I know why. Because it will be too vast of you. Actually, let's the player skip so much content. Anyways, we are more than ready. No? It's not like it matters at all. We're here. What is this? Equipment has a chance to have lower effect. Understand not. Activate this. Okay, the question is how long is this boss going to take by the way, like. We have everything. We can go ahead, and this is over. Leave the planet, go ahead. Where are you, brother? Where did you spawn? I don't even remember. But yeah, we are done with this. Oh no! So strong. So over. One gilded worms. Here. Take that. Take this. There we go. Two. I think there is like only one phase left. Oh. Yeah. This is all. No. This is all the boss has to offer. No, who could have expected that? You broke the rank? Oh, wow. Really? It isn't a challenge? Wow. Surprising enough. But yeah. Ah. You thought me defeated? Yes, indeed, I did think about that. Actually, sorry. Sorry for not knowing any better. I like how it actually does a lot of damage. Like, I could very easily die. Challenge complete. Beat the game 5 times. This is like the 5th time that I actually beat this game. Amazing. I am amazing. And so it left, entirely forgetting its previous purpose. Who? The chef? Yeah, the chef. Okay, we are done with this video basically. For today at least. I don't know, probably tomorrow. I don't know if I want to play this. Perhaps. Perhaps. Challenge complete. Find the robot senator. Handy unlocked. Survivor, no player. Mercenary unlocked. Survivor, no now player. Good enough, yeah. Trials. Now we have all of these other things. Perhaps we can do them here. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe not. We will see. And unlockables? Anything else new? No, right? Like, no. I never picked up this thing. For 14 seconds, every hit drops gold. Understandable. Here, the log for the boss, for this one. Mucho texto, not going to read it. And anyway, no, yeah, we're done, we're done. No, not much else to really hope for. Got to win, got to win. Happy enough about that. Was losing my mind feeling that we weren't going to win, so yeah. Satisfied with all that transpired today. But yes, thank you. We're done basically. I guess that's it. That the point was, what's the conclusion? That yeah, you have to persevere in your hopes, in your efforts, in your desires, in your dreams, in every single thing that you look forward to. If you do not get to do that, if you do not try to do that, you might as well never accomplish what you are looking forward to. It is implied, it has been shown, and the point is also, yes, you sometimes have to think again out which strategy you want to utilize in order to accomplish dreams. So yeah, point being, thank you. It has been good enough. But we are done. We have done more than enough, basically. So yeah, thank you for everything, for the time, the patience, the interest, the attention, all. Keep yourself very safe, keep yourself healthy, drink water, rest, all of those other things, and yeah, we will be seeing each other next time. Who knows when? Tomorrow probably, but who knows when? Doing what? Who knows? Actually, who knows about that? And yeah, we are done for today. And even if we don't get to see ourselves, it was still amazing. Thank you for all. Please take care. Still remain safe. Rest, all of those other things. Be responsible and such. So yeah. But yeah, nothing else to really add. Yesterday I actually had quite a struggle, but maybe today I can do it well enough. So, last thing, as always, is bye bye. I didn't actually struggle that much. Amazing.